At the same time, since you have so many relationships, I guess they are weakened in that there are kind of an oversaturation. So I think it's not less, it's just different, if that makes sense.
What do you think, Joe?
I kind of agree, the quantity over quality a little bit. But, you know, devil's advocate, you used to play with Steven Stell, who was an old neighbor of ours, lost contact with, and used to, you know, play Bejeweled against him.
Yeah, and this is a good point. So, like, I started playing Bejeweled Blitz with somebody that I knew when I was, like, 8. But then I stopped playing Bejeweled Blitz, and even so, like, our interaction was only limited to Bejeweled Blitz and beating each other's scores, and then maybe, like, a quick, you know, we didn't actually engage in a conversation to find out more about each other. It was more just, like, I happened to be, I mean, it's might as well, like, if I'm playing Call of Duty, I might as well be playing against Steven Still on the other team. Because that would have the same level of connection to some stranger. I just happen to know him, so it makes me want to play more. But like, I go back to that kind of original argument is that more into the manipulative mindset of the developers to try to keep you involved in the game longer and perhaps purchase an upgrade version of the game or
coins or
some kind of gimmick to get, you know, to monetize their free game. You know, my thought is, and I know a lot of people, just, you know, think about it for a second before you start typing away furiously because you're so angry at what I have to say.
It's gonna happen.
It's just trolling. Flame shield. Think about when you play these games, because when I said, I gave up, let it be known, I gave up Bejeweled Blitz about 1.5 years ago. I played it before anybody else played it around here, and they made fun of me all the time for playing it. And then finally they started playing it, and then it like just the pendulum just totally, you know, swung in the other direction. The scales shifted, as it were. But my thought is as I start to play these games, and I enjoy them too, but do I really get a satisfaction out of them in the long term? You know, or am I being manipulated into continuing to engage in these games instead of reading a book, instead of watching a movie or a documentary that I've never seen before, instead of going out with my friends for some outdoor activity? You know, I love video games as much as the next person, but is casual gaming kind of killing the gamer psyche with inundating them with, you know, kind of quick games and light interactions with people?
I think the light interactions are a symptom, or rather, it's just all interactions are light on the internet. I think the game is just sort of incidental to that. Like, if it's not gaming, it'll be something else. Twitter, Facebook, you know, stuff like that. But I think, for my part, I almost universally play with people that are not geographically near me anyway. So this is an interaction that I probably wouldn't have. Like, it's been kind of a lot lately because I was just in Chicago with Handsome Tom and 8-Bit Miggy and others, and part of the way we have been keeping in touch is with Scrabble on Facebook. And that's sort of an interaction that we probably wouldn't have if it weren't for the Scrabble, and I'm kind of glad for it. Like, it gives us an excuse to talk and bond, and then we might be more productive in other ways.
Bit of an icebreaker before you...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you limit your casual gaming to just the multiplayer? Like,
yeah, like my casual gaming is usually a means to an end, if that makes sense. It's more like a, you know, it's a means of social networking. And I think that is why these sort of things are, what is it, marketed towards women?
Well,
we like our means to an end.
Well, you know, I mean, women are, I think, inherently love puzzle games.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, they love puzzle games. Women like Tetris as much as Brental Floss likes to talk about it. It's true. They do. It's one of the favorite games. And my wife loves casual games like Peggle and stuff like that. There's some satisfaction that she gets out of it, and some kind of psychological truism. You know, people can say what they want to say about it, but, you know, that's just my observation. But yeah, you combine that with the social aspect, you know, the networking aspect, and my only concern is like, in the end, where are we headed? You know, where are we headed with all of it? You know, are we being marketed towards, or are we really deriving a decent amount of enjoyment slash satisfaction in the relationships we have that we get out of these games?
I don't think you're going to have a lot of satisfaction unless it's an endurance game. I mean, for me personally. unless I've sat down and I've spent a lot of time in a game with some huge objective to overcome, I'm not going to get a lot of satisfaction. Now, if I beat Chris Delp's score in Bejeweled, I'm going to feel pretty good for a week. That's about it.
Because then it's gone after
Well,
that.
there's that, because you like with me and my Scrabble playing, you have these smug bastards that are like, I could drop names, people that do work on that guy with the glasses that are like, I will destroy you at Scrabble, and then it becomes a battle of wills. Right. And there is satisfaction when you beat those smug bastards. Todd in the shadows. But he beat me, so it's very back and forth.
That's what happens.
Well, it's been very interesting, guys. I've been having this stuff in my brain for a while. I wanted to pick you guys' brains about it. And anybody else want to weigh in? Feel free to comment down below and let us know what you think about whether or not casual gaming is killing gamers. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for having me.
Mm-hmm.